Okay, in this video I got the itch and I got the Pioneer CDJ 800s, my Mac, and the mixer, and the Rain SL3. I'm having problems queuing up at the very beginning of where the queue is. I'm going to show an example with itch where it does work, but the problem I'm having is really with using absolute mode in Serato Scratch with CDJs. I'm going to show you how it works perfectly first with itch, and then I'll show you how it doesn't really work properly with CD mode using absolute mode. Okay, so here I've queued up word house. Right, I'm gonna stop it, go back to the beginning to where the queue is. Every time I press the queue, you see it always goes back to the beginning, so I can go, so I can say house, 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 or ha ha ha. Very, very good, spontaneous, goes always back to the beginning of the queue. I'll just show you in too much sunlight here, so I'll show you like this. This again, Serato itch. Yeah, and if I want to go back to that queue point again, I am pressing the queue, and every time I got ha 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 house. Again I press queue. Perfect. Right, now just going to take this, plug this USB into the to here. Sorry for the delay. Okay, now I've plugged it into Serato SL3, and I'm gonna I'm going to put now I'm using Serato Scratch Live. I put the same track in, and let me put the track in on the right there because it's nearer to me. Right. Bear with me a second. Right, now I'm going in absolute mode. Yeah. Right. I am also in now CD mode. I go to the beginning of the song. Now, let's say I queue up. So I'm going to queue up right to the beginning where that house is. Right. I want to go right to the beginning of that ha-ha. Okay, I'm going to cue it there, let's say. Now you see it's bang on the beginning, yeah? Now, I go and press Q, yeah? And the house, yeah, as you can see, is not at the beginning of the H for house. I'm gonna show you because there's quite a lot of sunlight here. Right. So this is in sunlight mode. You see how the cue is not at the beginning of that waveform, yeah? Right, I'm just gonna press play. I'm gonna rewind it back a bit. You'll see now, coming up to the house. Okay, there it is, the house. Now I'll cue it. It's a little bit out. I'm going to just nudge it a bit, just using the search fast forward, just a little nudges over, and then cue. Now I'm pressing Q, it's not there. I'm just going to go nudge it back a bit. Okay, now I'm literally almost going into the other bit of the wave that's bulging up there. Right? I've almost got it right there, but it's still not quite, yeah? Right. That's with CD mode. Now, with vinyl mode, yeah? I press vinyl mode on, yeah, press playing, right, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to bring it back. Okay, right, I want it right there at the beginning of the beat, yeah, I press the cue now, because that's where I want it to be cued. Remember, I'm on vinyl mode now, whereas before I was showing you on CD mode. So even in CD mode or vinyl mode this happens, yeah? You see how it's not in the beginning of the beat? I mean, it might sound the same, but if I go, let's say, to a beat, it's not quite the same, yeah? I'm queuing up now on this beat, and I press the cue. It's off the beat, you see? So now I'm playing. I'm going to rewind it back even just to the beginning of that beat, just to show you how important it is to have it bang on the beginning of the wave. You see, it doesn't go on the beginning of the wave, and just that kind of little bit of being slightly out affects a lot in the first 2 seconds or 3 seconds. When you bring the track in on your mix, there's always a slight delay, and you've got to speed it up into the next track. So now you see my problem. Right, now you say that I should be collaborating it properly. Okay, I'm in pause mode. Yeah, it's paused. There's nothing on the graph here. Yeah. I'm still in the sunlight mode, that's why it's all white. But anyway, here on the right deck I've clicked the estimate button, and as you see, the slider here is going all the way to the left to -72. Yeah. And now I'm playing the track even with it all the way to the left, yeah. And I want to go to the beginning of, let's say, this beat here, yeah. Okay, I'm at the beginning of the beat there, yeah, right at the beginning. I hit Q now, and I hit Q again. You see how it's all jumping around, it's not really bang on. That's the problem I'm having in absolute mode. Now, if I put on relative mode, yeah, now is on relative mode, and I use my keyboard shortcut, yeah, and I use the lovely number 6 to make a new cue point. Just let's say make a cue point right there, at that beat. Make sure it's bang on. Okay, let's make a cue point. I'm gonna hit 6, and you will see the cue point. Now, when I press play and I hit this 6, it's always bang on the beginning of the beat, perfectly, like a MIDI controller, like a trigger or something like that. So that's fine in relative mode, yeah? Even if I go to house, there's that beginning bit where it said house. I make a cue point there, let's say, let's put number 7, and it's always bang on, look. And I'm just gonna stop the track, yeah, and go back to that H for house, and it's always bang on the very beginning of H for house, yeah, or this for the beat, it's always bang on the beginning of the beat, and that is with relative mode, yeah. But with absolute mode, again, I will show you. I will go to this beginning of this beat, and I'm in relative mode again now. You'll see it never gets on the beginning of the beat. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of this beat, press pause, nudge it right up to the beginning of the beat. I'm going to press Q now. Yeah, and now every time I press Q again, it's not at the beginning of the beat. Now, collaborating. Let's try go over to -60. See if that's going to make a difference. I'm going to press play. Go back to the beginning. Cue there. Play again. Pause. Go back to the beginning. Remember, now I'm in absolute mode again, like I showed you before. Press Q and Q again, and I can't get it at the beginning of the beat. Yeah. This is something that Tractor has mastered to perfection. It makes life much quicker, much easier when you're DJing, and it makes also, when you press play and you want it to get synced in with the other track, it's not synced in straight away, but you know, it's much quicker and much tighter when you're mixing. Yeah, and that's the difference. Those are all the 3 examples I showed you, with an itch, with vinyl mode, with CD mode, even collaborating. Believe me, I don't have time in this video, but I've tried every position in collaborating this slider here, and there is absolute no difference to helping me get to the very beginning of this beat. Yeah, yeah. So I go back to the beginning of the beat, press Q, and it's still not at the beginning of the beat. Okay, I hope this can help you fix the problem. Cheers, thank you.